Yo, yo, yo. Welcome into a little Sports 56 happy hour. I am your buddy Johnny Radio. I got Jay Morgan Harder in the hizzy. And man, yesterday was busy. Tigers, a little overtime action. KD drops what was it, 42 points, Kendrick Davis?
I think that's right.
And guess what? Central Florida got that cover. You know what? I was really rooting for Memphis there at the end. I was going for him.
I don't believe you, John.
But do you know it felt so much better again? Because money is energy. And yesterday I made a ton of it.
Aaron Rodgers said
like
that.
Aaron Rodgers, baby. Yes, sir, Bob. But guess what, man? Did you pay any attention to the Grizz-Nas?
I did. You called me when I was trying to get my bell out of my bag. No, I watched the Grizz.
Sorry.
Yeah, I didn't watch the Tigers. I watched the Grizz.
You didn't watch both of them?
No, I'm not
like, what are
watching
you,
the
not a
Tigers, man.
multitasker?
No, I just don't care about watching the Tigers.
Well, amen. We got Isaac Simpson on today. He is fired up to talk about some Tigers. In fact, he talked to me this morning, and he says he's got a lot of thoughts as far as what their biggest issues are. So, bing,
Well, I saw
bang,
people on
boom.
Twitter saying that the refs are cheating them, John, and also they're the most
'Cause the
unlucky
refs
team
are
in basketball.
cheaters.
Yeah,
The
they're
refs are
cheating them.
cheaters.
It's cheating
I don't know if
refs.
you know this, but they
Cheating
are
ass refs.
traitors.
I hate the refs.
I'm
cheating.
telling you, man. Me too. Especially when I'm watching games where they're just calling stupid fouls and I got the under, and the only way that they're going to score is at the free throw line. But other than that,
Why don't you hate the players for fouling?
because sometimes the players don't foul. But Grizzlies have won 8 in a row.
They have.
I mean, I saw some phantom foul calls yesterday, but it's okay. I still got mine.
In the Grizz game?
No.
Oh, in the Tiger game.
In the Tiger game and in the other games that I watched. By the way, I also watched Ja Morant posterized. What was that, Jakob Poeltl?
Yeah, he played a
Is that
great
the second time? Like, did I not
It
see
is,
Jakob
last year.
Poeltl get posterized last year?
He did. But he played a great game, though, honestly. He really did. First 15, 10, and 5 block game for a Spurs since Tim
For
Duncan.
Jakob Poeltl, we're going to talk about him after he got posterized. Come
Well, he
on.
played well.
Well, they lost 135 to 129. They did get the cover, though.
Well, he played well.
Well, congratulations.
But you didn't hear my stat.
What was it again?
First 15, 10, and 5 block game for a Spurs since Tim Duncan.
Oh, since Timmy.
That's right.
Timmy. Well, the Grizzlies just keep up. They just keep on keeping on. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And I like it. And I got to say, you can't say this. You can't complain about KD, by the way, dropped 42 and lost with the Tigers. But did you see the big studs for the Grizzlies and what they did last night?
Who are the studs, John?
I would say the big three I called Ja Morant, Desmond Bain, man. And I would say Jaren Jackson Jr. Them three combined, 77 points, 8 for 12 from 3-point, 27 for 49 from the field. That's putting in that work, brother. They put in that work last night. Grizzlies, balling, shot calling. They just keep on winning. Only problem is, man, so do the Denver Nuggets.
Yeah, they beat the crap out of the Suns.
They both are 28-13 on the season. Yes, they did beat the brakes off the Suns, didn't they? Suns got the Warriors.
Last night was the kind of game, John, where people will say that they want to trade Dylan Brooks because they saw him taking shots that weren't going in.
Okay, hey, can I just tell you something? His defense was phenomenal.
He's great. He guarded Keldon Johnson, and that guy can
And
play,
he
man.
can play, and he does great things. If he
Not
ever,
you. I'm not saying you. I'm saying there definitely was people in our
I don't
listening
know if
audience.
you've noticed. I've really come around.
You have. I'm so
to where
proud of you,
the
man.
I'm in the Dylan Brooks fan
I'm
club.
so proud of you.
Like, I would hang out with Dylan. I'd never be like, yo, what's up, Dylan? Double L's. Give me this L for a loss, man. Let me borrow one of your
That's
L's.
yesterday's, John.
That's yesterday's, John. That's last year's playoffs,
That's
John.
right.
Now I'm like, dude, this man will lock up anybody.
He will, man.
And he will take care of business. So I'm excited about today's show. We got a little bit of Super Wild Card Weekend stuff to talk about.
Super wild card weekend. I love it.
I'm so excited. Saturday about 3:30 when that junk kicks off is we got the Seahawks at the 49ers. You know, Saturday night we got the Chargers at the Jags. Chargers, I can't believe, are 2.5-point favorite currently. Miami at Buffalo. Buffalo, do you know they're the largest favorite in the history of a wild card football game?
Yeah, I think it's way too many points, to be honest with you.
13 is
Yeah,
too many?
I do.
With a Tua-less Miami?
It's still a divisional game in the playoffs, man.
I hear what you're saying, but I do know this. Skyler is not a real NFL quarterback.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I've always said this about Skyler. I've always said this.
Hey, just Skyler.
He was great in the preseason, John.
He was great in the preseason.
And he's not a good regular season quarterback. He's great pre and post. He's a pre and post game quarterback. Or
so
postseason
he's going to be a
quarterback.
postseason superstar.
He's a pre and postseason superstar. That's exactly right. I've long said that about Skyler.
I like it. But we are the home for the NFL for you in the Mid-South, if you didn't know that. We got all the wild card games this weekend. Plus, we're the home of the Ole Miss Rebels. And today, guess what? We talk a little Ole Miss talk with Evie Van Pelt at noon. I'm fired up to talk about them Rebels. I did see this stat. I don't know if do you remember Austin Eldridge?
I do.
So you did get to meet Austin?
No.
Oh, you didn't? You just remember him?
Well, he was a guest, I think, once last year.
Oh, yeah, he was. Well, Austin.
I think he works at Rhodes College now, if I'm not mistaken.
He does work at Rhodes College. He also works for the Rebel Walk, by the way.
How about that?
Evie Van Pelt as well.
That's great.
So Austin put this out there. He says, a hoops coach was hired in 2018. His overall record is 72-69 at the school. He's 52-56 since his first year. He's 3-18 in SEC play over the last 21 games, and 24-46 overall in SEC play. He has lost 5 consecutive games. Now, can you guess who that is?
What do you think about that tweet, John?
Who do you think it's talking about?
Oh, I know who it's talking about. I want to ask
is it
you
a frog?
Before I start going on it. I want to know what you think of that tweet.
I think that tweet basically clarifies that, you know what? This man's lucky to still have his job because that record right there, most coaches don't keep their gig with a record like that. So are you going to say his name?
It's Kermit Davis.
Oh, you're talking about the Ole Miss coach? Oh, my gosh, we are the home of the Ole Miss Rebels. The Rebels do play Georgia at 11:30. Well, I think the game starts at noon. Our coverage starts at 11:30 a.m. on Saturday. But, yeah, I'm going to be talking with Evie Van Pelt about the Rebels, about Kermit Davis, about this basketball team that just can't score. I don't know if you know, name of the game is put the ball in the hoop, right?
That's true.
And that ain't happening right now. I also think I'm going to have fun busting up on a little bit of, Cal. I think I like all this Cal.
Well, I don't like. What is this? Who did? What is it? John, your name's on the marquee. Your name's on the marquee. I might have to take a back seat to the Kermit Davis, John Calipari hate show. That might not be one that I would contribute to.
I didn't say a hate show, but I will be telling you right now, I would hate to be Kentucky because this Saturday they go to Thompson Bowling Arena in Knoxville, and they play Tennessee. And right now, Kentucky's 1-3 in the SEC. Tennessee is 4-0 in the SEC, and I just have this crazy feeling.
See, but
I'd say Kentucky loses by 15.
I would object to both the stat. Now, Austin does a great job. I really like the job he does with the Rebel Walk. I think he's an excellent whatever he is. I also think that
journalist.
I also think that both of those records kind of paint the picture that you want them to paint. For instance, Kermit's record kind of ignores that they've steadily improved each year he's been there. They've played some competitive games in the SEC. They had Tennessee, which is one of the top teams in the country, on the ropes in Oxford. That team's getting better. They played a tough schedule to start their SEC play.
I would
say the same thing for Kentucky. Missouri's a much improved team.
They lost to South Carolina on Tuesday night.
It's one bad loss because they put a tough game at Missouri on the road. Kentucky's not an elite necessarily team in the college basketball right now. They've got some players that are developing. They're certainly getting better than they were to start the year, but they've had all tough losses except for that South Carolina game. Took care of business against LSU at home. They got clobbered by Alabama, but Alabama's a tough place to play. Alabama's one of the premier teams in college basketball right now, and they lost that game on the road. South Carolina, I'll give you, terrible game to lose at home, awful, but 1-3 to start SEC play, and then having to go to Tennessee where they're very reasonably going to be 1-4. I think that paints an unfair picture of Kentucky this season. I really do. That's a tough way to start the SEC play.
I don't really care if you feel it's unfair. No. I just like to relish in the fact that Cal's having a tough year.
So does everybody, John. That's why everyone's talking about it that way. It makes you happy.
I just have like this sweet little smile on my face, and I get like little butterflies in my stomach that feel real good or whatever. I don't know. I guess they're not butterflies. They're just like happy bubbles, I guess we're going to call them. But no, I'm stoked. I will also say, though, by the way, Alabama beat the brakes off of Arkansas last night.
Really?
You didn't see that?
No, John, I did not. Now, you're a college basketball analyst.
So I watch college basketball all day, every night, and I watch the NBA on the other TV because I have the league pass.
Yeah, but see, you can't focus on both games.
I can.
I don't think
I don't know if
John.
You know
I think you're watching the scores change.
I have an attention span that's this small. I watch this play. And then when they slow it down over here, I go over here and get to the exciting stuff. And plus, I have two eyes. I can watch for one out of the left and the other one out of the right.
Sounds like it might be cross-eyed. but Yeah, no, I don't watch. I do watch college basketball like Saturday morning. You know, when game day comes on and they play those like noon and 2 o'clock games before the NBA starts. I'll watch some of those. But, you know, Saturdays for college basketball.
Well, Alabama
Like college football.
Alabama dropped 84 points on Arkansas. In fact, it was a very, very good first half of the basketball game, 33-33 all. But, man, that second half, Alabama just took over. They dropped 51 points in the second half.
The bald kid didn't play well.
No, he did not, actually. He did not. But I will tell you, when you come out and you punch them in the face in the second half with a 16-4 run to basically kind of midway through the second half, kind of start the game and stretch it out, nothing that the Must Bus and the Arkansas Razorbacks could do. In the final 5 minutes, it was just embarrassing.
Were the Boo Birds out in Bud Walton last night?
I wouldn't. No, they were still supporting their team.
That's good.
They were still out there, you know, even though Arkansas is now 1-3 in SEC play. But hey, you know, they're 12-4 on the season.
That's a different 1-3 than Kentucky, though. That's a totally different 1-3.
Totally
Muss is doing a hell of a job.
Fayetteville and Lexington, Kentucky. Fayetteville, Arkansas. Lexington, Kentucky. I don't know if you know this. 2 different places.
That's a great point, John.
Total different expectations.
Well, that's also a good point. But I want you to just leave it at they're different. It's
They're
different states.
I like it.
It's a different state.
They are different. They're different states. Oh, I got some seriously great takes. By the way, did you see Derek Carr? You know what I'm talking about, the quarterback.
I saw he had a quote. I don't know what's in reference to.
Who cried this year already.
Yeah, he did cry.
The worst fake cry I've ever seen in my life.
Come on.
I just want you to know, like, you have no idea about this hurts me.
I didn't say it like that.
And he's like, he's
got a little choked up, John.
You know, losing really hurts me.
Hey, I got choked up yesterday. You know, people get choked up, John.
And I'm so tired of the guys on this team not buying in and fighting. Come on, guys. Please.
You're spicy today.
I'm spicy?
You're spicy today, man.
I like being spicy.
You got the spicy Arkansas takes, the spicy Kentucky takes, the spicy, what was the first team you were spicy about?
How poor Kendrick Davis with 42 points still came up short, Memphis and Central Florida.
Yeah, it wasn't that spicy.
But remember, it didn't hurt that bad because money is energy. And if you listen to me, you took Central Florida yesterday.
That's right.
And yesterday you would have made a lot of it.
Because Greg and Ken Pomeroy did.
No, because John Harden did.
Oh, that's right.
And I don't know if you remember this. I told you to take Central Florida. David Cobb also told you to take Central Florida on Tuesday, did he not?
He did. I told him to tell us something good about the Tigers, and he didn't. He told us that Central Florida's really good.
He goes,
David Cobb.
He's like, if I'm an NBA scout, I'm not going to be watching the Tigers as closely as I will be watching the young guy at Central Florida, and I can't remember his name to save my life right now. So
Hendricks, but he didn't play well apparently.
No, it's all right. It's all right. It's all right. By the way, Derek Carr, though, back to him. He put this out on his Twitter. Derek Carr, the sweet man who cries all the time. Raider Nation, it breaks my heart. I didn't get an opportunity to say goodbye in person. What the hell are you talking about? So do you go to the football field and shake every single person's hand? All the fans in the world? Like, how you going to talk to them in person? You did talk to them on your Twitter. ESPN carried the news. FS1 carried the news. And right here, Sports 56, I'm talking about you. But I didn't get to say goodbye in person. We certainly have been on a roller coaster in our 9 years together. From the bottom of my heart, I am so grateful and appreciative of the years of my support you have gave my family and me. We had our share of both heartbreak and thrilling game-winning drives. And it will always feel like you were there right next to me. Bro, if the fans were right there next to you, homie, wouldn't you be calling, like, security? And by the way, like, you ever going to have to go anywhere? You're not a Kardashian. You're not Kanye. You ain't going out and people are, like, trying to talk to you. You're Derek Carr. They probably confuse you for your brother all the time.
Whoa. That's unfair, John.
Who you like better, Derek or David?
Who do you like better?
David. I didn't see him crying at no podium.
Well, it's because he didn't make it to a podium because he was so bad.
Well, because he got sacked so much, he had
injury,
happy
never
feet
got to play again.
For the Texans organization.
That's right.
But yeah, Carr's bouncing. Where does he land? I mean, is he going to be a starting NFL quarterback next year? More than likely, actually. I don't think they're.
It could be in Tennessee, could be in New York for the Jets.
There are 32 actual quarterbacks better than Derek Carr, but.
And I heard some.
Do you want a crybaby as a quarterback? Because I know I don't. I want a full-grown man.
I heard Dan Orlovsky say the other day, and I think this is a great point, that Derek Carr has been steadily improving and under different systems has been really excelling. This might not be the best system for him under Josh McDaniels. Your thoughts?
I think Josh McDaniels is a horrible coach.
So you dislike both of them?
I cannot stand. What's his name? Bashash Steve.
Oh, Rich Bisaccia.
Rich Bisaccia. Thank you.
You nailed it.
Yeah, kind of. Rich, who now is the special teams coordinator for the Green Bay Packers, I believe.
Exactly right.
Only took that very team without Devontae Adams all the way to the playoffs. They get rid of him, and look what the Raiders turn into, a dumpster fire.
So
where their quarterback is crying on national television.
So can we change it to criticizing Josh McDaniels and not? And maybe it just could be the marriage
Josh
doesn't work.
McDaniels was part of Bill Belichick, and he had this guy named Tom Brady.
Right.
Remember what happened when he went to Denver?
System quarterback Tom Brady.
One, he got rid of Peyton Hillis, one of the first people he cut when he went to Denver. Remember that?
I do.
By the way, great news about Peyton Hillis.
He's okay.
I wouldn't say he's okay. He's still in the hospital, but they have taken him off the ventilator. His wife and his uncle have put out on their Instagram and Twitters, thank you for all the prayers. He is improving. He's still got a way to go. His kidneys are a little bit messed up. His lungs are a little bit messed up. But remember, just about a week ago, he saved his 2 children who got caught in a riptide down in Pensacola, Florida. Went in there like nobody's business. Saved his kids.
Speaking of guys that have gotten injured recently, Jeremy Renner posted a video. First of all,
he got run over by a big old snowplow.
He looked terrible, but someone did his hair. And I tell you what, Hollywood, his hair looked awesome. His hair has been done by somebody.
What about his legs?
Now, he was a little mangled. His face was all like swollen, but his hair looked awesome.
Okay, well,
I'm telling you what, Hollywood's a dangerous place.
Was it hair plugs, or do you think it was just like that spray on hair?
He said that he had someone come in and do his hair before he posted the video.
And washed it and put a little product in it.
Well, his face is all swollen and mangled, and he looks terrible, but his hair looked great, man.
Well, as long as his hair looked good, that's, I think, the most important thing,
Telling you what.
I'm telling you right now. Oh, my goodness. Mr. J. Morgan, we are about to get in the box because I'm going to let you ask me some questions. Again, we have Isaac Simpson. We're talking a whole lot of Tigers here at 11:30. Isaac, again, has already talked to me this morning. He's got some strong takes today. He's got spicy takes today, Jay. 12 o'clock, we're going to talk Ole Miss. I gave you that stat. Kermit Davis's record is not looking good. Not looking good at all. And that basketball team has to play Georgia this Saturday. And again, the SEC schedule this Saturday, have you seen how they've been putting out the SEC schedule? I absolutely love it.
Tell me about it.
Because
they played 2 games on CBS last week, I saw.
Well, it's because the way it's staggered. You can watch SEC basketball. Like, if you're just a big SEC homer, it's the only, that's the one league that you enjoy watching. Well, you can watch it from the beginning of the morning, basically all dead gum day long, because the SEC schedule starts out with Kentucky and Tennessee at 11. Then you have Georgia, Ole Miss at noon. Arkansas, Vandy at 1. Missouri, Florida at 2:30. LSU, Alabama at 3. Texas A&M, South Carolina at 5. And they close the night out with a little Mississippi State and Auburn. Auburn, by the way, 9-0 at home, 13-3 on the season. Memphis did beat Auburn. We're really rooting for Auburn to just pull out that pimp hand and slap the Bulldogs down. I know I am. Keep going, Auburn, because right now it looks like Memphis needs a little bit of help.
Why do you say that, John?
I don't know if you know. They lost last night, and wasn't a good look. Remember when they played Tulane? You know what happened?
No, what happened in that game? Remind me.
They lost that one.
Oh,
those dead gum Tigers. So 11:30, we're talking all things Tigers.
Those damn green wave.
But I will tell everybody in Memphis, it's okay. Just watch your Grizzlies. What was it, 8 straight wins now?
The Grizzlies, 8 in a row.
8 in a row, man. My goodness. Desmond Bain, man. He's insane. But you know what, by the way? He did make some tough shots. Everybody was making tough shots. The Grizzlies were also making dunks on people's faces. And Steven Adams, I thought, almost broke the backboard.
Jaron got dunked on, too. Oh, that one. He almost ripped the rim off the goal. That was nasty.
You talking about Steven Adams?
Yeah, he was hanging it. That was crazy.
Dude, that's a big man.
I was watching the Spurs broadcast, and Matt Bonner goes, "That's exactly why they have backup goals in the arena, because I'm surprised that their whole rim didn't come down on that
I can't believe it did not. That Steven Adams threw that down.
Crazy.
By the way, that rim needed protection, but I want to remind everybody, y'all all need protection. It doesn't matter if you're on the field or on the road, so make sure you have the best. Bob Simpson for State Farm Insurance can buckle you up with auto insurance. He can back you up with life and health insurance. He can cover your business. It doesn't matter if it's starting, growing, or maturing. And don't forget to insure your home, no matter if you're an owner or a renter. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call Bob Simpson today, 901-381-1233, or go online and get a free quote at bobsimpson.org. Stay protected with your good neighbor, Bob Simpson. I'm in the box. Oh, let me guess.
Guess, John.
NFL.
Yeah, it's football music. Oh, I love some good NFL music, John, because we not only have one day of Super Wild Card Weekend. Super Wild Card Weekend is 3 days.
Yes.
And there's just too many games to cover tomorrow during the leadoff. So we're going to start with the 2 on Saturday right now, and we're going to start with the Seahawks at the Niners. The Niners might be the best team in football, John. They might be the Super Bowl favorites, but the Seahawks are playing competitive football, and this is a divisional game. So the Niners favored by 9.5, John. Is that too many points in a divisional playoff game on a Saturday?
I don't think so. I'm serious when I say
You'd
this.
lay the 9.5?
I think San Francisco at home. There will not be any Seattle fans in the stands because they ain't going to let them there. I'm sorry, Kenneth Walker's not going to get off. Geno Smith, yes, he's got Tyler Lockett. He's got DK Metcalf. But you know what? There's a Bosa brother who's going to be breathing down his neck. That San Francisco defense is the real deal. And yes, Geno Smith has been a great story. But is there a better story than Brock Purdy from the last draft pick this year, his
Mr.
rookie
Irrelevant.
year? Mr. Irrelevant. He's got 1,374 yards passing, 13 touchdowns, 4 picks, 65.6 total QBR this season. He's 5-0. He's completing 69% of his passes.
Nice.
And again, he's 11 touchdowns, 2 interceptions as the starter. He did come in and throw a couple picks that first game when he had to come in with relief. But since then, just straight up 5-0, 11 touchdowns, 2 INTs, 49ers. They got the weapons. They got the defense. Seattle's defense right now, I don't know if you know this, Swiss cheese, brother. Swiss cheese.
What does that mean, John? I don't understand the analogy.
That they got holes all up in their defense.
You nailed it.
And by the way, just so you know, 49ers also 8-1 at home. Seahawks are just 500. They're 4-4 on the road. Seahawks get bully whipped. Largest victory of the weekend will not be the Buffalo Bills. Largest victory this weekend will be the Cincinnati Bengals. But the second largest victory of the week will be the 49ers. Pimp slapping the Seahawks. I got 3 games that are going to get out of hand and ugly.
Playoff Purdy.
I mean, Bengals, they win by 28. 49ers win by 17. Buffalo wins by 13 and is a push. It's a kiss your sister game.
Multiple score playoff games from NFL. Johnny Ray. Playoff Purdy.
Playoff Purdy.
If Purdy could start in the NFL, so could Stetson Bennett. I mean, this guy, please.
That's
my Mad Dog.
That was a great Mad Dog.
John, the second game on Saturday is the Chargers at the Jags. The Jags, a home dog on Wild Card Weekend. Brian Dacus, who sits in here with me right now.
He's a crazy person.
He's the producer for Sports Time with Gabe and Stats. He gave me a great Jag stat. Did you know that Trevor Lawrence
is a baller?
Hasn't lost a Saturday football game since he was in middle school.
I actually heard that.
That's crazy. Do you like 2.5-point dog, the Jags against the Chargers?
I love Trevor Lawrence at home. I love the fact that Travis Etienne is going to run all over the Chargers' face. Who's got the better coach? Doug Peterson is the better coach in Jacksonville. Brandon Staley is a moron in Los Angeles. The Chargers lost last week to the Denver Broncos. You know what the Jacksonville Jags had to do last Saturday? They had to beat the Titans and Joshua Dobbs. They got their business taken care of. They're playing better football. And let's just remember, week 3, Jacksonville went all the way across the country into Los Angeles.
Yeah, he was hurt, though.
And they broke the Jaguars. Like, the Jaguars broke their spirit.
He was hurt, though.
38-10.
Doesn't have broken ribs.
Broken ribs. Do me a favor. If you're going to go out there and
no
play,
excuses.
No excuses.
That's right, John.
Man, I'm telling you, I like the Jags.
I do like the Jags, too.
I like the Jags as a home dog big time.
I don't know if I like your Niners
By the way,
as
Mike
much.
Williams is probably not going to play. They listed him as questionable. I don't know how they carted him off the field. Again, Bosa's a little bit banged up, and Austin Eckler got hurt last week.
Brandon Staley, I think Eckler will play. I think Bosa will play. And Brandon Staley
and there will be a fourth down that Brandon Staley will screw up.
That's true. Brandon Staley did say last week he thought Mike Williams could come back in the game last week. So
That's
that
called
makes me
wishful thinking.
Well, that makes me think he could play. He will play this week. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah. And Lamar Jackson's going to play for the Ravens. Please, come on, quit talking poppycock.
John Harbaugh didn't say anything like that.
He did not.
Brandon Staley did.
I don't trust anything that comes out of Staley's mouth. trust anything. Moron lost to the Denver Broncos last week.
Keep your third eye open.
Oh, my goodness. Hey, guess what? It's time to talk Tiger basketball. On the other side, we got Isaac Simpson. Don't you dare touch the dial. It's a Thirsty Thursday. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Broadcasting from the Family Leisure Studio, we are Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Bartlett Small Engine has been serving quality power equipment since 1970.